talk first of all about our own capabilities. We have deployed Diamond over to the particular theatre of war, and they'll be taking a pretty much a key role in this alongside America. But that's not a very good reflection on the state of our naval capabilities right now.
Well, there's two different things happening. I mean, in terms of what's going on from the Royal Navy's point of view in the Red Sea and the Gulf region, you're right, they've got HMS Diamond, HMS Lancaster, a frigate is already there, HMS Richmond, a second frigate is on its way, there's a squadron of mine hunters. So they do have, the Royal Navy has a significant presence by UK standards over there. Obviously, they're working with an American nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, which in itself is accompanied by at least 3 guided missile destroyers. So there's a significant military presence. The Royal Navy separately is having issues with recruitment, and those recruitment issues, the shortage of personnel, is affecting how many ships it may be able to operate going forward into the future. And we've heard that at least 2 frigates may be retired prematurely because there aren't enough people to crew them, and potentially also 2 of the amphibious assault ships as well. Maybe going out of service or mothballed, effectively being put into what they call extended readiness, but it means mothballed again because there aren't enough people.
Because a lot of Navy technicians, by leaving the Navy, can double their salaries with their skills in the private sector. Now, after these strikes last night, Jerome, you know, the narrative from Rishi and from Biden, you know, all the allies is, oh, these were proportionate, limited strikes. And, you know, and Number 10 is saying today there are no further plans for any more attacks. Of course, this is all about hoping that this does not escalate. But when they're saying to us, oh, you know, we're hoping this won't escalate, that's just pie in the sky. It has to escalate. We're looking at the map there of where they struck last night, 60 places. The Houthis are 20 million strong. They're no laughing matter militarily. They're not a bunch of thugs throwing stones. It will escalate, won't it?
There's a really real risk of escalation. I mean, I think these are very delicate calculations, but it's not just the Houthis who have a say in this. Of course, Iran as well. And Iran, you know, being called out for many years, many times for being a malign actor throughout the region. It has its fingers in many pies, but the weapons and indeed the intelligence that we think the Houthis have been using to launch these attacks against shipping has come from Iran. What's interesting, one of the interesting things about last night's attacks is that on Thursday morning, an Iranian-flagged cargo vessel, which had allegedly been a spy ship, it's a civilian-flagged vessel, but we understand it may have been used for surveillance purposes, to tell the Houthis where merchant ships were, that left the Red Sea. Now, you know, I think it's open to interpretation what that means. Does that mean that Iran just wanted to get out of the way because it knew what was coming? Does it mean that they are stepping back and they're perhaps not going to...
It seems to me that Iran is sort of playing a game like I play with my cat and a piece of string, which is wiggling something in front of her and pulling it away just before she can get it and getting her more and more excited. And is this not exactly the strategy going on? And so, therefore... If we have targeted sites in Yemen, they say they're going to retaliate. Iran wants this. They want the ante to be upped.
And that's the calculation that Rishi Sunak, the United Kingdom, the Royal Navy, the Air Force, and indeed the Americans are all making, because they've issued these warnings to the Houthis, stop these attacks. Clearly, they do not appear to have been heeded. And we saw on Tuesday night the largest and most complex attack so far. That was 18 drones, 3 missiles, 3 anti-ship missiles, 1 cruise, 2 ballistic. You know, a serious attempt to do serious harm to merchant shipping. We have to ask ourselves, and I know that the people involved in these decisions have been asking themselves, what are the Houthis trying to provoke? What is Iran trying to provoke? And are we walking into a trap if we give them the military response that we've threatened? But of course, in one sense, the UK and the US also sort of backed themselves slightly into a corner because they issued these threats. The threats weren't heeded. And if they were seen then not to act, then their warnings become very hollow.
Yeah, that's the worry, you know, that what we did last night, arguably, almost certainly in my view, is exactly what the Houthis wanted, exactly what Iran wanted, but what choice did we have? I support what we did last night, and I support Rishi not going to Parliament because that would have wasted too much time.